Good morning, my beautiful people. Look where we are today, of course, obviously. And if you saw the love mail last night, then you know, sorry if my boobs are popping up. If you saw the love mail last night, then you're already feeling this Jupiter and Pisces energy. And that's really what today is about. Hold on, wait, I wrote something down. Spirit had me writing things down for you guys earlier. So let me get it so I can tell y'all. Okay, and this is going to be a part of a longer video. Spirit wants me to talk about this. But, I'm going to start doing, like, a number for the day along with the videos. So the number for the day today is 1278. Keep pushing forward. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Understand that in everything that happens in life, nothing happens for no reason. And more so speaking to the troubling stuff, like the bad stuff that happens, understand that there will always be a silver lining. If you watch the peace talk that me and the peace dealer had, he asked me the question, basically to paraphrase, would you rather kill the evil in the world and allow a new evil to develop, or would you rather sacrifice yourself and there be no more evil, like, ever? And I answered saying that I would rather sacrifice myself than just kill the evil initially. And I said it because, which I explained in the peace talk. If you haven't watched it already, go watch it. I explained that we go through things for a reason, and if we were afforded the comfortability of ignorance, as many people live their lives daily, we wouldn't understand more than certain things about the world, certain things about ourselves. Certain strength is acknowledged through adversity. Certain skills are acknowledged through, obscurity and isolation. Things don't happen for no reason. Everything is always working out for your highest good. A book that I really like to recommend to you guys that I read before I started like this whole traveling journey and stuff like that is so I said this whole traveling journey, and then somebody's like riding a whole ass turbo bike. Okay. Oh, and then there's another one coming. Okay, yeah. So before I started this whole traveling journey, initially in 2020, I read The Alchemist, and at the end of the book I cried because I knew, well, one, the book was good as hell. Two, I knew that the journey that this guy had, and now I have to go read it again. I have to finish, and I read books very quick. I can read a whole book in 2 days, or a day, really, if I allow myself to. But I'm gonna reread it. Maybe I'll even start a book club for you guys. I have tons of free books and PDFs that we could do. So if you guys want me to start a book club, comment hashtag love club down below. Or tag me on Instagram with your favorite book, hashtag love club, and just tag my at Valentine. But yeah, I knew that along with the book being really good and very enlightening about so many things, and on the journey that I had already been on and had already been experiencing, I knew that a lot of the things that he had to understand were going to be things that I was going to have to know or learn. Not know, but learn. I would experience similar but very uncomparable things. And not until now, it's so funny because when I go through, like, not when I go through things, but as I'm on this journey, a lot of times in my mind I refer back to that book. And more so specifically when the wind starts to blow. There's a part in the book where he has to convince, in order for him and the guy and the person that he's with, the person that he's with, not to die, he has to convince this group of men that he has, powers. And he doesn't know how he's gonna do this. Like, he's made it very far in his journey, but he has no idea how he's about to do this. So he takes a chance at it, and as he goes, and like the man is talking to the people and they're watching the boy, excuse me, and as he's standing on like the edge of like a rock or a cliff or something like that, he's talking, and the wind starts to, like, they talk about how he can like make the wind blow very hard or something like that, and they're like, oh, that's impossible, how can you make the wind blow? Like, they're laughing at him like, oh, you're stupid. So but they're like, oh, we want to see you. So you have powers we want to see. Because, I mean, either you show us or you die. So they go, and they're watching the boy. And he's talking to the universe. Like, they're nowhere near him. They're, like, standing a little afar watching him. Because they're like, oh, if this does happen, like, we don't want to be in the way. We don't want to die. We don't want to get blown away. Forget what this crazy nigga's talking about. Excuse my language, sorry. This is just like regular me. But he's like talking to the universe and just like speaking out loud. Like, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but as he was talking, and it was so funny because as the guy was behind with the group bigging him up, the wind started to blow. It started to blow hard as fuck. And so many times I've experienced it being very, just like silent. The air not being still, because the air isn't really ever still, but it being like no wind, and then me talking to someone and saying something and becoming very passionate and just like connected with not only what I'm feeling but what I'm saying. The wind will start to blow crazy hard. So, or like I'll say something and the wind will blow like hard as fuck, as like confirmation. That's what I read it as anyway. So I really just want to say that, like, the world is working with you, but it's not gonna do the work for you. When you get on this journey, and me and Spirit talked about this last night, when you get on this journey, or just in life period, because we're all on a journey, regardless if we want to acknowledge how spiritual it is or not, we're all on a journey. In life, the universe will hand you things. God will hand you things. They will allow you to experience certain things in your life, and not for you to discredit them, not for you to doubt them, not for you to hate them, not really for you to love them or lust over them or become attached to them, but just for you to experience them. And then the universe will allow you to experience the exact and polar opposite. And it's up to you to believe in what you've experienced and what you know. What you know. Not because somebody else told you, not because somebody else reassured you, but because you've experienced this. You've experienced it. Life is about what you make your experience to be. The universe will not give you anything that you don't feel you deserve. And it's more than just saying, oh, I deserve this. Because affirmations are amazing, but if you don't really believe what you're saying, it does nothing. Or it plants, okay, I'm not going to say it does nothing. It definitely plants the seed, but it's not going to have those miraculous, those like really quick, rapid results like you would want them to. The biggest part of this whole game, this whole life thing, somebody teach me chess, sidebar. But the whole thing to it is, believing. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. That is the most underrated saying ever, bro. Ever. Completely underrated. But it's true. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. I used to live in New Jersey. Sad, depressed. But one day, I said, I'm going to Florida. I'm moving to Florida. And I didn't know how, I didn't know when, I didn't know where. But if my mom is watching this, she can like vouch. I literally used to be on the computer like looking for jobs and looking at apartments. Like, I'm moving to Florida. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And even she, at first, she didn't believe me. She's like, well, maybe she did believe me, but it was more so like, okay. Like that, you know? Like, she wanted to see, you know, what I was gonna do. And so, and to finish that, now I'm not a permanent resident of Florida yet. But I trust by my birthday I will be. But I live here. I live here. Every day that you guys have seen me, I've been in Florida, not New Jersey. So I live here. But I also say that to say that not everyone who doesn't like wholeheartedly understand your journey or what you're supposed to be doing doesn't mean that they're doubting you. They just have never seen it. Maybe you're saying something, maybe you're doing something that they've never experienced anybody say or do before. And so, if you can see it, you can achieve it. Don't wait on somebody else to give you reassurance. Don't wait on anybody else to believe in you. If God gave it to you, whether it be physical, material, mental, spiritual, it's for you to take whatever that thing is and use it to show others that if you can see it, you can achieve it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. That is all. I love you guys. I love y'all. Let me give y'all one last final view. The helicopter is confirmation. Flying things are confirmation. Bugs, birds, bees, planes, cars, trains, all that stuff. Confirmation. I love you guys. Ashe.